Alright guys, how's it going? So we're back at the Nurburgring, but this time we're on the sim. So I'm just doing a quick video just to compare what it's like driving in real life to how it is on the simulator. Right, better engage that pit limiter so I don't get a speeding ticket. So this is the exact same way to join the track on the sim as you would in real life. Take it nice and easy through here. You'll see on my previous video there's a few little cones. You get around them and then you flat out down the first part of the track. So disengage the limiter and we're off. So everyone's flat out down here. You're racing all the other cars. As you go down this big hill here, my car in real life bottoms out. Boom, you'll hit it there, but you keep on the power. I'm just going to give myself loads of braking time just for this lap. I'm not going crazy. It's pretty much how I drove in real life, to be fair. If you look back on my previous video, I didn't brake early enough for this, so I've hit the apex there. Then back on the power. I stayed in the hotel just over there, and you can see all the cars going up here. It's really cool. So yeah, just going to hit the apex there. Back on the power. Really fun bit of track this. You've always got a good race against other people down here. The Porsches are absolutely flying. Pretty sure the gearing's the exact same. I might keep it in fourth around there if I was having an easy lap, but third, you need third for the power. Just going to touch the curb here. And then quite heavy on the brakes. Now this is a really cool bit of track. You'll go over this crest here. The track's not very wide. In real life the car will go really light over there. And this is pretty scary, so I'll get on the brakes just going up the hill a little bit. And then back on the power. When you're doing passes down here, as you go around the left hand corner, it's really scary. You could have a couple of cars and you're going really fast at this point. You'll see on my video I was having to pass that BMW. Pretty sketchy, to be honest. Just going to scrub the brakes through here. Nothing crazy. Then back on the power and then down to third. So if you're giving it the beans in real life, the car will be going crazy there. You'll have to be fighting for grip. Now this is really steep down here. I didn't hit this flat out in real life, but obviously you can't, as I'm doing in the sim. Now my car scrubbed here, it was boom, bottomed out of the G-force. So I'm just going to give myself loads of braking, up on the curb. Again, brake, I want to just hit the lines on this lap. Bit of braking, I'm going to go down to second. I'm not sure if I left it in third gear. This isn't a crazy speed lap, you know, I'm just comparing the corners and stuff. Actually a really fun bit of track here. To fourth round here, and then we're going to drop it down to third. Exact same as real life. And then this is actually quite a steep hill in real life here. So you get over on the left, then cut in. So easy to go wide there. It tightens up a little bit. Now on the sim, I'm pretty sure you can hit this flat out, but I'm just going to lift ever so slightly. Definitely got a lift in real life in the M4. Going to leave it in fourth round here and then back on the power. Now we're approaching the slowest part of the track, so I'm going to go right down into second gear for this. Brake nice and hard, get that apex there, and then on the power, the car will get really loose here in real life. You'll be really fighting it. This could be maybe the second slowest corner of the track. It's really similar to the previous one, but this one's going to be tucked in third gear, and then it goes up a hill. Well easy to get sideways around here. In real life, you'll be going whoom whoom, you'll be crazy around there. You really feel the G-forces. Now I didn't dare to hit this flat out, but looks like you can. I'm going to go down to third. You've got to do loads of braking for this, just as you can see in my other video, on my previous video in real life, driving the M4. Now this is when you pick up real speed down here. In the M4 I'd be passing a lot of the slower cars. It's actually blind as you go over there. again, blind as you go over here. In real life, you can really notice that. So I'm actually flat out in the car on here, but I was probably just 3/4 throttle in real life. Unless my car might actually have more power than this M4 GT4. I'll have to check the specs, but my M4's 550 brake. I don't think this is anywhere near that, so technically I probably could have gone faster in real life down there than on the sim. In the wet, this corner was wild. Honestly, it was so sketchy in the wet. I'm going to upload a video soon of my wet lap. And into the carousel, so lots of braking. My car would be going crazy right now, scrubbing the arches. And then as I came over there, I'm sure it scraped the middle of the car or something. But yeah, it's not good for your car, this track at all. Just going to get on the brakes nice and early around here. These are really fun, these bits of track. You just got to make sure you don't go too crazy. I noticed quite a few crashes up here. Just going to go into third round here. Over the crest there. On my video, this is where I was racing that M3 race car. Really, really fun. It was nice to follow him around here because I'm not entirely clued up on the track, to be honest. And then as we get round the next corners, it starts to go downhill, and then this is where you approach the famous YouTube corner. So everyone will be in the car park up there watching. This is where you get a bit wild, and then this is an uphill off camber corner. You've got loads of grip round here, so yeah, you'll get on the power. And then this next curve is called ice curve because in the rain it's like ice. And then you'll get on the power now, and there's a nice little open bit. And then we're going to approach the famous dip in the track. So I'll brake before the dip, go down, again, car was going crazy, scrubbing all sorts over there. And then this corner here is so easy to take too fast and go wide because it's sort of blind. And then this is the one that you sort of go in over the crest, off camber again, car goes really light. That's blind, but you can hit it flat out. Get up to a good speed down here. Now we're going to go down into third. Again, just like real life, not going too crazy. Now you want to hit the apex on the inside. And then power up. Again, car would be going crazy here, bottoming out. It would be smashing and all sorts. And then back on the power. Up to 4. I'm just going to leave it in 4th round here. Just like real life. I swear my car's faster than this one. And then yeah, just like real life, the car's braking away, flat out down here. So you see there, and we're on the brakes. There's a speed limit now, so we've got to slow down. These are the car parks on the right here, so you'll see all the cars parked up. So there'll be all the cars, spectators. This is where everyone queues to get on the track. And then you would just take this exit on the right here. Better put the pit limiter on. And then we would just take a right here, and then that would take you out of the Nurburgring, and there's the road. So we'd done a couple of days practice there, and we were finally up to speed. This was my last lap I had left on my card, so I had to make it a good one. I knew the track pretty well up to now. A couple of little mistakes on this, but we held it together pretty well. Looks like Sean is getting strapped in there. Yeah, and we're off. Track was nice and dry, conditions were perfect. The day before was absolutely so sketchy in the rain. So we're actually running 19-inch wheels in this car. A lot of M4s, people choose to run the 18s, and I was scrubbing a little bit, but it was nothing major.
Little mistake going into here, just got a little bit excited, missed the apex, but nothing sketchy. Onto the main part of the track now. These are probably the easiest curves on the track to make it through. You've got good vision down the track, nice and grippy, and we all know these corners really well because when you're playing the games, you're obviously starting off at this point, you usually crash halfway round, so you don't get to practice the second half of the track as much. I'm sure you can all relate to that one. Just approaching a few slower cars here. I think that's an M3 on the right there. He's obviously just learning the track still. Might be his first go out, who knows. Quite a scary bit of track that. As you go over that crest, the car goes really light. And he's back on the power. So this guy here, he must have just been letting his car warm up because he managed to get us in a bit down the track. And we had a good race at the end, so you'll see that bit in a minute. Lots of braking done for this right-hander. This could be one of the scariest parts of the track. I'm sure you can hit it flat out if you've had the practice and whatever. But I was lifting, I mean we're still doing what, 130 down there, pushing up to 140. Pretty fast to be fair. And you'll hear the suspension, it's just, well it's probably not the suspension, it's probably the size of the wheels. I could probably do it with 18s, it's just scrubbing in the arches a little bit. Like that's how much G-force you get on this track. Never had that anywhere in the UK before. So a little bit of traffic there and then we're back on speed again. The videos don't really do this track justice, like it's so scary. Imagine you've got barriers on both sides, you touch the grass, you're a goner. It's not like normal tracks where you've got runoff. So a little yellow flag there, Mercedes had put it in the barrier, nothing major, not a write-off. Forget about that and just get on with it. Every single lap there was a car on the side of the track smashed up. But if you're German, you've actually got full insurance on this track. Whereas us from the UK, we literally drive in with no insurance, so you smash it into the barrier, you gotta pay for it and get it fixed. Where this is actually classed as a toll road in Germany, you've got full car insurance on there if you're German. One of my friends actually was thinking about buying a German car and just leaving it over here and just getting proper insurance. You're fully insured then if you have an accident, then you can really push it. You've got to brake really hard for that right-hander. It's a lot tighter than you think. I'm sure I could go a lot faster through here, but it's actually blind going over that crest. These are the sections where if you were doing timed laps you could make up some serious time if you weren't slowing down or braking for these corners. But this is where you're going to have the biggest accident if you were to crash. Just notice there that beacon flashing yellow, so it's a yellow flag. An M2 must have spun coming out of the carousel, smashed it into the barrier, and he'd spilt all his oil all over the track. just trying to see if I could get rid of any oil if it was on my tyres, but it seemed pretty grippy. Don't want to take any chances on this track. And behind us you'll see that's that M3 that we passed earlier. I think he's a local, to be fair. He had some good pace. So yeah, we just let him past and decided to follow him for a fast end to the session. So there he goes. It's nice following someone because I still don't really know the track 100%. And it makes a good video for you guys as well, me following someone fast. So this just drops down here into the famous YouTube corner. You see that car park on the left. Everyone parks up there and watches the cars race down here. This is a real good corner. You've got quite a lot of grip there, but you'll see a lot of crashes. A lot of people lose the back end and end up in the gravel trap or in the barrier. This is called ice curve because in the rain it's literally like ice. And yeah, I did experience that, to be fair, and it was so scary. Never ever again will I go on this track in the rain. It is unbelievably slippy, especially with those Toyo R888R tyres. Honestly, it was horrendous. So the track's sort of blind here. You keep it pinned, but you can't see that curb on the left, so you just got to know to keep turning to the right. Honestly, you can't beat the feeling of racing someone on this track. It's unbelievable. There we go, scrubbing again in that one. And that was it. We managed to survive the Nurburgring, but I'll definitely be back next year. Slightly different car setup probably, and try and do some faster laps. So yeah, thanks for watching guys.